Bruh, last thing I need is for him to come shoot this place up. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zahria, if you don't know me, and in today's video I'm gonna be installing this wig. Shout out to UNICE Hair for providing me with this bomb wig and sponsoring this video today. Today I'm just gonna do like a little chit chat, get ready with me style video, and I'm gonna be talking about bottle service. This is long overdue. I know in one of my last like life update videos I told you guys how I quit my job and became a bottle girl. So this is kind of like a Q&A video, I guess you would say, on just whatever y'all questions are about bottle service. I get questions about bottle service literally every weekend because I'm always posting while I'm at the club and stuff. So I get questions every weekend and even sometimes just randomly throughout the week about bottle service. So I decided that I would finally, this is so long overdue, but I decided that I would finally answer y'all questions that you have about serving just all in one video. So I did a poll on Instagram. I literally decided today, like I knew I was gonna do a video like this, but today I was like, Zahria, do this video. Literally like an hour ago, I put a poll on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me. My name is Zahria Shantí on Instagram, just like it is on YouTube. But I put up a poll and I told y'all you can ask me whatever questions you have about bottle service. And because that poll was so late, I did also ask a couple of my friends, because my friends ask me about bottle service sometimes too. So I told them send me their questions too. So I'll be answering all y'all questions in this video. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Remember to like this video if you like this video, comment below, and then of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you're interested in me installing this bomb wig or me answering your guys' questions about bottle service, then keep watching. Okay, so we're switching over to the voiceover real quick just so I can show you guys what came in my UNICE hair package. So the first thing that they gave me was a wig cap, of course. They also gave me a pair of earrings. These are really cute, by the way, so I took them out the pack so I can show you what they look like. Real cute. And then they also gave me some eyelashes, a rat tooth comb. Y'all know I love getting my rat tooth combs. And then, of course, last but not least, the wig. So this is what the wig looks like. And then on the inside, it has 3 combs. You can only see 2 right now, but there's a 3rd one right there at the bottom. All right, y'all, so I already got my bald cap on. I'm just cutting off the excess, but I'm getting ready to go into work now. So I just figured like what better time to do this type of video than now. We're wearing black today, so that's why I have on this black top. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I definitely messed up this bald cap, but it's okay. Oh my God, I'm like messing up this bald cap like bad. All right, y'all, so this is our wig. This wig is from UNICE Hair. Shout out to them for sponsoring me again. Shout out to repeat sponsors, okay? But yeah, so we're doing some highlights today. She's still a little damp because I washed her after I like bleached the knots. So we're still a little damp, but it's okay. I'm using this lace tint. This lace tint is Even Tinted Lace Spray. Y'all know this is my holy grail. This is how I get my wigs to look like scalp. The color I use is medium brown and I spray it on my bald cap. Let me do that real quick. And then I'm also gonna spray it on the inside of the wig. So we're gonna put her on just to see how it's looking. I like to kind of place my wig where I want it just so I can know how it's gonna look once I glue it down. Make sure it's going ear to ear. It's so hard to see with blonde hair. Like, I feel like this part needs to come up a little bit. So usually if I can see it through the lace, that's when I cut it. This is the first lace glue that I'm gonna use. And let's get right into these questions. Okay, so the first question I'm gonna answer, which is like the main question that I get, is basically how to get a job as a bottle girl. I feel like there's a hair. Oh girl, that's the glue. But yeah, so the main question I usually get is how to get a job as a bottle girl. So honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's always best if you know somebody. And I know that's not the answer a lot of people are looking for, because a lot of people don't know nobody. So it's kind of hard to know anyone with the right connections to be able to get them this kind of job. For the most part, if you know somebody, you kind of have a way in. But for me, that was not the case. You guys know that I moved to Orlando about a year ago. So I didn't really know anybody. And honestly, when I first moved to Orlando, I wasn't even outside. Like, 1, it was COVID, and 2, I was in a relationship. And I just wasn't really outside like that. This glue is really trying to like play with me right now. But yeah, I just wasn't really outside like that. So when I tell you I did not know anybody when I moved to Orlando. So what you have to do is you really just have to go outside. Like, you have to go network and you have to meet people. And that's really the only reason why I have this job right now, is because I started going out. Y'all know I went through a breakup in January. So yeah, after that, I was outside. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was really outside, and it wasn't even because I wanted to be a bottle girl or anything like that. I'm gonna do 2 layers of this. I usually only do 1, but yeah, so I just ended up kind of like meeting certain people, and that's how I ended up with this job. I ended up meeting someone who was able to get me this position, and yeah, so the best way to do it is to know somebody, and if you don't know somebody, then you're gonna have to get to know somebody. You're gonna have to network, you're gonna have to meet people. Some girls do just walk in as long as you have your resume and apply that way. That wasn't the case for me, but that is something that people do. I did have to interview, and I did have to provide a resume, so you just wanna make sure that whatever's on your resume makes sense for the job, if that makes sense. So obviously, if you're doing bottle service, you would want to put serving experience on your resume, even if it means you was a waitress or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to put stuff on your resume that relates to the job, and that goes for literally any job. This next glue that I'm using, by the way, this is just Bold Hold. I try to only use the one with the pink label because that's the one that works better to me, in my opinion. So I use Bold Hold. So I did 2 layers of that first glue, and now I'm gonna do like 4 or 5 layers of the Bold Hold. But yeah, so you want to make sure that on your resume, you're putting things that relate to the job. You want to make sure that when you are seen by whoever, whatever club or lounge you're gonna work with, you want to make sure that you have your face beat, your hair's done, your nails done, all that, because I promise you they pay attention. You want to make sure that your social media is on point. Not every club is big on social media, but honestly, I just feel like it's always going to be a plus. So even if you're going to a club that's not big on social media, you want to make sure you have your social media together, because a lot of times that's the first time they're going to see you. Like in my case, the person who kind of like put me on with this job, they asked for my social media first, and they provided my social media to whoever was making the decision. So they saw my online presence before they saw me. And I don't even have that many followers, but I do try to make sure that my pictures look a certain way. You know what I mean? So just make sure you get your social media, you know, even if you don't have a whole bunch of followers, because I don't have a whole bunch of followers on my Instagram, but I do have like a certain standard for what I upload. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, your resume, your social media. Another thing is your confidence. You just want to make sure that you're confident, and you also have like a very bubbly personality. The way that I look at it is, when you're working at a club, you're dealing with people who you've never met before. So you kind of have like that first impression, which is gonna set the tone for the night. So if you go to a club and you're trying to get a job there and they like you immediately, they're thinking like, okay, her sections are gonna like her immediately. You get what I'm saying? So you just kind of want to think of every aspect. So how you look on paper, how you look online, how you look when you first meet in person, all of that is gonna matter when it comes to getting a job. That would be like my best advice. As to just like getting hired, you know what I mean? I don't know what layer I'm on with this glue. I think that was only 1 layer, so I'm gonna just act like this is layer number 2. But yeah, you just kind of want to think of all those aspects. I would just narrow it down to like, be snatched, look good, make sure you look good on paper, make sure you look good in person, and make sure that your personality reflects that. Make sure that your personality is bubbly and friendly and inviting, all that. Because if I like you, I'm gonna buy bottles from you. You get what I'm saying? So that's what the club is thinking. It all boils down to how much money you're gonna make them. At the end of the day, like, I look at it as like a sales position. A lot of girls look at bottle service and they think like all you gotta do is, you know, like be cute and show up. But at the end of the day, like, it is still a job. So you have to do your job. You feel me? You have to sell bottles. You have to get people to want to book tables at your club. Like, all of that goes into it. So yeah, I think that kind of wraps up how to get the job. So we're gonna move on. Okay, so one question is, how was it going from a 9-to-5 to doing bottle service? Okay, so for me, some of you guys, I mean, if you've been watching my videos for a while, then you know that I never worked like a traditional 9-to-5. I've worked retail. Like, my job experience is mainly retail. So how was it going from retail to bottle service? When I first started bottle service, I was still doing retail. So my biggest pro would be the schedule, because I only work 3 nights a week and I get the whole rest of the week to focus on YouTube. And to me, that's like the best thing that ever happened to me, because it's like, whenever you work a 9-to-5 or whenever you work like a traditional job, you have to work so much more hours. So to me, I kind of like the freedom, like going from a 9-to-5 or a traditional job to doing bottle service. For me, the freedom is like the biggest difference. But I will also say that when I was working retail, just different things that I picked up from that job still transfer over to bottle service, just because it's still sales. You feel me? Like, I've always been in sales. So to me, anything that I learned in my retail job, I can bring it over to bottle service, and it's kind of like the same thing. Like, you gotta have a bubbly personality. You have to know how to sell. Like, I can sell water to a well. That's one thing about me, is I know how to sell. So I feel like when I first meet people, usually when it's like in a Like, if I'm just like off the clock and I meet people, I feel like it's very different than when I'm on the clock and I meet people. Like, if I know I'm working, then I'm gonna be friendly, I'm gonna be bubbly, I'm gonna, you know, open up. So those things I already had before I ever even started serving in a club. You get what I'm saying? So for me, that wasn't really much of a change. Like, that part of it wasn't much of a change because I was able to take what I learned in one area and bring it over to another area. And I feel like that's what you should do in any part of your life. Like, I feel like everything happens for a reason. So any position that I'm in, I know it's gonna help me for a future position, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope that, I don't know if I was like went off topic with that one, but I hope that answers the question. So the next question is, what are the pros and cons? What are the pros and cons of, oh my God, like, let me put this on silent. What are the pros and cons of bottle service? I mean, the pros is definitely, I kind of touched on this already, is just the freedom. As far as like your schedule, and of course every club is different. My club is only open on the weekends, so I only work on the weekends, but every club isn't like that. Like, I know I got a homegirl who works during the weekdays and the weekends, so it really depends on what club you go to. But in my personal situation, one of the main pros is the freedom, because if you think about it, I could literally work Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then I can go on a trip Monday through Friday if I want to. You feel me? Like that's something that I've never been able to do, like, with the job. You feel me? The cons, I mean, the only con that I could really think of is sometimes the people you gotta deal with, it's a little questionable. Like, people, there's horror stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're dealing with people who's drunk, people who are not in their right mind. So I would say that that's a con. I mean, I haven't had like too bad of a horror story, but definitely, like, you know, it's club life. I'm working overnight. I'm probably not walking out to my car until 4 a.m. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that my safety is at risk though, because we do have people who could walk us to our car, so it's not like a big deal, but just dealing with certain people would be a con. And then also, a lot of my friends, we want to make plans on the weekends, and I'd be like, girl, I make my money on the weekends. I can't go, I'm not coming. Like, that's the only other thing. But for the most part, to me, it's worth it. Like, to me, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. So another pro is obviously the money. Like, you're making a lot of money in a little bit of time. So that's like a big pro. But yeah, that would definitely be it. Okay, I think I did enough layers of this glue. So I'm gonna go back to the first glue I was using, and I'm gonna do one more layer of that before I lay this wig down. Okay, so the next question is some tips on how to get tipped good. Okay, so me personally, it all goes back to sales. A lot of people tip on their bottles, so you sell more bottles. If you sell more bottles, get more tips. Another thing is, if people like you, like I said, that goes back to the whole like bubbly personality. A lot of people think that, you know, just because you go in the club and you looking pretty, like you can be staying. No, like, be nice to people. Not only because it's the right thing to do, but also because people, it's a club, like it's your job. People come to have a good time. So show people a good time and they'll take care of you. Like, it is what it is. And every table's not gonna do that. I've had tables where I show them a great time. They've complimented me on my service and they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, the tips didn't reflect it. But honestly, don't focus on that. You just have to focus on, if you do your job and you show people a good time, you're gonna be taken care of at the end of the night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sell more bottles. A tip to sell more bottles for me is really paying attention and filling out your table. So for me, if I have a table, for example, full of guys, right? A lot of times guys are gonna invite girls into their section. So if I get a bunch of guys, and let's say they're drinking like Hennessy, Remy, right? They bring girls into their section. They might want tequila, they might want vodka, you never know. So to me, I'm like, I'm paying attention to who's in my section so I can know what bottles they're gonna want. So I can, if they're not drinking that, I can go to the guys, whoever got the section, whatever. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, they're not drinking dark tonight. So you wanna get a Patron, you wanna get a Syrah, you want to get whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna offer, you always want to offer other options, you feel me? Like, so yeah, like, it just comes to like paying attention. If you do your job right, you're gonna be taken care of. Like, that's the main thing for me. Like, do your job, be friendly, all of that. Like, I feel like I'm kind of repeating the same things, but it does all boil down to like those key aspects. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this wig down. Actually, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. But yeah, you wanna get tips, show people a good time, sell more bottles. Like, if people like you, they're gonna take care of you, you know? And sometimes, like, with guys too, like, this is like the part that I feel like people look down on, but it's just like, you do kind of have to like, quote unquote, sell a dream. You feel me? Like, make them feel like they could take you out on a date. Make them feel like you're partying with them and not like you're just a waitress. Just be nice. Like, you feel me? Like, they'll take care of you. They'll take care of you, girl. Okay, let's lay this wig down. Oh wait, where my comb at? Y'all know I got to have my comb. I've never done like blonde hair or highlights before, y'all. I'm so excited. Okay, almost done pressing her in. Okay, now I'm just taking some elastic to tie this down. I just want to let it sit for a little bit. I'm gonna like let this sit for probably like 5 minutes or so. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna just let it sit for a question. So the next question, okay, so the next question is, can you drink on the job? Obviously, it depends on what club you work on, at what club you work at. What am I trying to say? Obviously, it depends on what club you work at. But my club, no, you're not allowed to drink. Me personally, anyone who knows me, knows that I'm not a big drinker. I know that's like very unpopular amongst bottle girls. Like a lot of bottle girls is low-key alcoholics. But me, I'm not a big drinker. I usually don't drink unless I'm intentionally trying to get lit. You feel me? Like if I'm not purposely trying to be lit, I'm probably not gonna drink. I just don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't. But yeah, so for my club, no. We not allowed to drink, which I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes it is. I mean, personally, I don't want to drink because I have to like do math. I have to know what I'm selling. I have to keep track of it. Like at the end of the day, I'm at work. So I really wouldn't want to drink when I'm working. You feel me? Like I need to be in my right mind, and I'm a lightweight. So you ain't gonna catch me drinking, like, cause then if I drink, what if I mess up the money? Like, I ain't trying to mess up my money. I ain't trying to mess up nobody else's money. Like it's not a thing for me. So honestly, I feel like even if I was at a club where we were allowed to drink, I probably would keep it to a minimum because I want to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do. You feel me? It's different at every club. I got a homegirl who works at the street for me, and they let them drink. Not only do they let them drink, but they be taking them on field trips to all the bars down the row so that they can get, you know, lit before work. My club don't play that. So no, I do not drink on the job. Sometimes it does feel like a little lame because your sections, like they want to feel like you're partying with them. So they want you to drink with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, oh, take a shot with us, like all that. And I really just be having to play it off. Like, what do I say? I'd be like, they don't let us drink. And they'll be like, come on, like nobody's gonna know. Yeah, I'm telling you, like they really be saying stuff like this. They be like, nobody's gonna know. I'd be like, they got cameras, don't play with me. Like, y'all trying to get me fired. Like, you know, I just joke around with them and I'll tell them like, I know it's lame, but I can't drink with you, but I could pour your shots. If you want them chill, what you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just really have to play it off to where it is a lame situation, but also I ain't gonna drink with you because you're not gonna get me fired, okay? So to answer your question, no, we don't drink on the clock at my job, at least. The next question is, can you date men that buy tables? I mean, I don't think there's a rule against it. Next question is, do you have another job? I'm just cutting this. I'm gonna cut this into 4, like how I usually do, just so that I have better control. What did I say the question was? Do you have another job? I did have another job when I first started. I need this mirror to be a little closer to me. I hope y'all don't see it. Yeah, I had another job when I first started, but they was playing, like I was gonna do both, but they was playing, like the way they was trying to schedule me was low-key interfering with this, and I was just like, I'd rather do this, so. So I did have another job at first, but I mean, YouTube is my other job for real, for real. I do bottle service on the weekends, and I do YouTube on the weekdays, so yeah. What else? Do you always have to wear the same outfit? Okay, if you mean do we have to wear the same outfit as the other girls, then yes. But do we have to wear the same outfit every weekend? No. Every club, of course, is different. We do buy our own outfits, so we usually just pick what outfit we're all gonna wear and we buy it so that we do all kind of look like in unison, if that makes sense. So yeah. Next question, what do you do if a guest thinks you're a stripper? I'm tired of y'all. I don't think I've ever had anyone think that I was a stripper. I've had people ask me, do we have strippers at our club? Because we do have ones, and we have sections who will ask us, they'll give us $100 or $200 or $300 or a band, and they'll be like, can we get one, just so they could throw it in the club. But no, we don't have strippers, and I've never had anyone think I was a stripper. I mean, I've definitely had people get beside themselves a little bit and think that they could like try to touch me and stuff. But usually it's not like, for me personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but me personally, I haven't really had anyone like violate. Like the way they try to grab me and stuff is like the way they would try to grab you normally if you was in the club. Like if you walk by and people try to like grab you by your arm and talk to you. Sometimes I've even had dudes try to like, let me remember to do my hair while I'm answering these questions. But yeah, I've had dudes not even know that I was working. Like they literally like grab me and who you here with? I'm like, so you think I just come? Like, dress like this to the club, like just for fun. Like I'm at work, like what? But yeah, like it's nothing crazy. I don't think I've ever had anyone think I was a stripper, but yeah, for the most part, our security is, I mean, some of our security really like looks out for us. So if I do ever have like a problem with anybody, you know, they could go. They don't gotta be here. It's a whole bunch of other clubs they could be at. You know what I'm saying? Like if anyone really violates, they can leave. And I do feel safe when it comes to that. Okay, so this part, I guess I didn't bring the glue up enough, so I had to add a little bit more glue right there. Okay, so the next question, do I have any guest horror stories? Do I? I don't have any like horror stories, but there's definitely one dude who like, he do not like me, y'all. And that's literally, yeah, he don't like me. So this is what happened, right? So usually if the sections are sold out, people can buy walk around bottles, right? So basically what that is exactly what it sounds like. It's a bottle that you walk around with because you don't have a section. So you can still purchase bottles, but you just have to walk around with them. Now, some people don't understand that when it comes to walk around bottles, you shouldn't put them on the floor. You feel me? You should never put your bottle on the floor because obviously it's a club. There's a lot of people walking around. So if you put your bottle on the floor, that's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna tie this back down again. And what time is it? I got 25 minutes to be walking out this door. Okay, so yeah, he likes to come to the club and put his bottle on the floor. So what he thinks, I don't know like if it's because he's like drunk or what, but what he thinks is that if his bottle gets knocked over, that he can come to a bottle girl and basically demand that we bring him another bottle or a drink for free. It don't work like that. Like, you're not getting anything for free. You put your bottle on the floor, it gets knocked over, that is on you. I cannot give you free stuff because of your negligence. You get what I'm saying? So this happened not only one, but 2 times. And the second time it happened, he was like, remember this happened last time too. Remember this happened last time too. And I'm just here like, okay, but last time I told you not to put your bottle on the floor. Like, I told you not to do that last time, so what makes you think you could come again this time and get a different result? Like, what? So I know he don't like me, and the second time he was with a girl, and like, I don't know if she was gonna try to fight me, but she was just real aggressive, and I don't like, look, I didn't come to work for this, you feel me? Not only did I not come to work to fight y'all, but also you're not even in my section. You feel me? Like, you're not even in a section. So I have not, like, while you're yelling at me about I need to go get you a drink or I need to go get you a bottle, I have sections that need me to go tend to them. You feel me? So, but yeah, this dude hates me and like he be yelling at me and everything, and I just be like, look, like I've had to go tell security, like, if I raise my, like if I walk over there and he starts messing with me, once I raise my hand, he gotta go. So I haven't gotten him kicked out yet, but like he becoming close, like he becoming close. And the one thing that I think about is like, I just never want it to be like a situation where like somebody's crazy and they really like try to hurt you. So I really just try to like be chill when it comes to him, because last thing I need is for me to like get him kicked out the club and then he waiting for me or something. Like he's probably not gonna do that, but I really think like that. Like, you really gotta think about your safety when it comes to jobs like these, because people are crazy. Like, y'all, did y'all see that video where the dude was in Miami? I think it was in Miami, and he was trying to talk to those girls at the table, and they was like telling him no, and he just came and shot it up. Like, he was just shooting everybody. I just never want to be in a situation like that, so I try to like still be nice. Like, you know, I'm gonna tell him like, you know, I can't get you another drink because you're not supposed to put it on the floor, but I try not to be like rude. Like, I try not to like yell at him and stuff, because I'm like, bruh, last thing I need is for him to come shoot this place up. So yeah, like that would be like the closest thing to like a horror story that I've had thus far. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. Ooh. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my part. Y'all know I suck at parts, but it's okay. Wow, see, you see what I mean? Like, I don't know how to do this. Like, I don't know how people do this so effortlessly. Like, I'm not the one. Okay, so I got my part, and where is my wax stick? I'm using the She Is Bomb wax stick. I got it off Amazon, I'll link it below. And I'm putting that, like, you see how when you part your hair, like, it be doing this dumb Like, this is so annoying. I be trying to, as you can see, I be trying not to curse on my channel. But yeah, I'm just putting it on the part so we can lay her down. I usually put it up here too, but I'm gonna do baby hairs and I don't want to wax them back, so I'm not gonna put it there yet. And then I'm about to hot comb my part. Next question: do you get along with all of the girls that you work with? Let me tell you something. If you're looking to go into being a bottle girl, or honestly working in nightlife, period, please, please, please keep in mind that you did not come there to make friends. That, for me, is always a tough pill to swallow because I'm a very friendly person. If I meet somebody and we're vibing and we're cool, let's be friends, like, you feel me? But when it comes to nightlife, or honestly, I mean, I guess anything where other women are involved and money's involved, I'm not saying to go in and just be rude, you know what I'm saying? Definitely don't be rude. Like, that's definitely like not at all what I'm saying. But you just have to know where to place people in your life, and whatever anyone says to you, you just have to kind of take everything with a grain of salt. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I hate that I have to say that, but it is the truth, because you just never know somebody's intentions. You just never know, you know? It's always cool to, like, you know, get along with the people you work with. Like, that's bomb. Like, I definitely have people who I would hang out with outside of work, you know what I mean? But you just wanna, I don't want to say keep your guard up, but just really just be smart, you know what I mean? Like, don't be too quick to let everyone in. You know, just go to work, do your job, and if you make great friendships throughout the process, then period, like, good for you, you know? But yeah, I don't have a problem with anyone that I work with, but there are people who I would hang out with outside of work, and there's people who I wouldn't. And that goes for literally any job you will ever work in your entire life. So that's not even just like a nightlife question, that's just, you know, life. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple baby hairs real quick. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy, but I'm gonna do it off camera and then I'm gonna come back. All right, guys, so I did a couple baby hairs. It's like really small, I didn't do much. Some baby hair, but I did some baby hairs and I just tied it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my hair now. Just cause I wanna throw a curl in it. Also because I don't feel like flat ironing it. Okay, so the next question that I have is, do you have to have a large following on social media to be a bottle girl? Again, is this hot? Okay, yeah. Again, this all goes back to what club you work at. Like, some clubs, yes, you do. Some clubs, your social media is the first thing they look at, and if you don't have a certain amount of followers, you ain't finna work for them, and that's just out on that. Like, but not every club is like that. My club, I mean, I don't have a big social media following, especially not on Instagram. I think I have like 5K, and there's definitely girls in there with less. So next question is, how long does it take you to get ready for work? Well, if I'm installing a wig, it's gonna take a long time. Honestly, for me to get ready for work, I do my full face. So literally how my face is now, that's what I do for work. And me doing my makeup takes me like an hour. So once you add in like me showering, getting dressed, making sure my bag is packed. I have like a list on my phone of stuff not to forget in my bag. I gotta make sure that I have my shoes, my perfume, my lights, all of that. So it takes me probably like 2 hours to get ready. And if I'm installing a wig, then child, takes a lot longer than that. Next question is, have you ever been in danger at work? So that's, I think I kind of answered that one already. No, I've never felt like I was in real danger at my job. I've definitely felt like, you know, somebody was upset. Cause I'm telling y'all, when that man bottle fell over, he thought I was gonna give him a bottle for free. Child. Like, anything that I'm afraid of is stuff that I kind of low-key like made up in my head. Like, I've never been in any real danger at work. Like, I just try to be nice because you never know if somebody's crazy. Period. Next question. Do you work a day job? I already answered that one. I did when I first started, but I do not now, other than YouTube and bottle service. I don't have another job. What's the most expensive thing you bought with your bottle girl money? I don't really make expensive purchases. I just feel like I want to really be all the way in my bag and have my savings and everything kind of together before I just start blowing money like that. If I wanted to, yes, I could. If I wanted to go buy a bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, buy some shoes, I could definitely do that. But I just really want to learn how to be like financially literate. I want to own properties. I want to pay off my school debt. Like, there's just certain things that are kind of like more important to me. So I have yet to like really make a big purchase, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to like my money that I make being a bottle girl. Not to say that I'm completely responsible, because I do be doing some like irresponsible things sometimes, but when it comes to the money that I make, I try to split it and be smart with it. So I have like different savings accounts. I'm not gonna like obviously get into the nitty gritty of it, but I do have different savings accounts. Oh my God, I have to hurry up, I have to go. But I do have different savings accounts, and girl, I have like a whole like Excel spreadsheet of how I handle my money. Like, I'm not playing. Like, yeah, I just be trying to be smart with my money, like with my coins, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be one of those people who is making all this money at one point in their life and then they're broke. Like, I really want to be smart with it, and I'm still learning. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still learning, but I have yet to make a big purchase. Not to say I never will, but I've yet to make a big purchase with the money that I've made being a bottle girl. How much do you spend on self-maintenance? So I am very, very, very thankful to be in a position where I don't really have to buy hair, because of my YouTube channel and because of how far I've come. I'm obviously not where I want to be on YouTube, but I don't really have to spend money on hair, and then also I know how to do my own hair, so I do save a lot of money when it comes to hair. Now, when it comes to nails, I do spend money on nails. I'm spending at least $100 on my nails every 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, I be trying to stretch it sometimes, so it's not always every 2 weeks. But yeah, that would be, nails is like on average $100. What else do I be doing? Wax. I have a wax pass at European Wax Center, so that ran me like $4 something, but it's like buy 9. I did the little buy 9 get 3 free deal that they be having, so I get waxed every single month, and you kind of just like pay it, and then you don't really have to keep paying. So that's not something that I have to like keep paying for, because I have a wax pass. That ran me like $4 something, almost $500, but it's literally 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 months of waxes. So if you really divide that by 12, you're not really spending that much money on a wax every month. What other maintenance? Why can't I think of maintenance? Well, I just started getting lash extensions. I have strip lashes over my lash extensions right now because I am in deep need of a fill. But I just started getting lash extensions. That's like a every 2 to 2.5 week thing. And that's another, like on average, like $100. That's really all the maintenance I could think of. I do facials every once in a while. I try to get a facial like once a month. That's another about $100. So yeah, you do the math. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff, but that's all I can think of right now. What advice would you give to someone who wants to be a bottle girl? Okay, it is 8:33. I'm supposed to leave at 8:30, so I'm gonna finish this side of my head, and then I'm gonna like pop back over here and answer that question, because I'm at this point we rushing. Okay, y'all, so I finished curling this side. I'm about to take this headband off and answer the next question. So dang, what's the question? What advice would you give to someone? Okay, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be a bottle girl? I mean, my main advice is, you know, look the part, do your, like, I don't care how much extra time it takes you, do your hair, do your nails, do your makeup, look the part. Follow directions. You guys will be surprised how many girls come in and out because why is there, because they don't follow directions. Follow directions, that's definitely another one. Another one would be to be humble. Definitely stay humble. I feel like a lot of girls let this job kind of like get to their heads. I just am a firm believer in whatever has been given to you in life can be taken away just as easily as you got it. So be humble. Be nice to people. Not only because it's gonna get you more tips, but because it's the right thing to do. And do your job. Like, that's really the only tips that I could think of at the moment. Do I want to cut layers in this? Like, I feel like I always end up having to cut layers. Okay, y'all, hair is done. I like how it came out. I'm so not used to color, so this is so weird to me right now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still deciding if I love it. I think I do though. But yeah, y'all, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys loved the video. I hope it was informative. I hope it was helpful. I hope I answered y'all questions to your standards. Again, shout out to UNICE Hair for sponsoring this video and sending me this bomb ass wig. I've been dying to try highlights. So I was very excited to be able to install this unit, especially since I've worked with them before. I love the fact that they came back to me to work with me again. This is my first time having like a repeat sponsor. So y'all, I'm lit, okay? But yeah, I hope you guys love the video. I hope you guys love the hair. The link to everything that I use will be in the description. And yeah, as y'all know, I'm in a rush, so, and I'm trying not to be late. So I am gonna go, but like this video if you like this video, comment below. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next one.